I bet. Shout out to my boy Slick. Appreciate you, my brother, for hopping on. All right, cool. So as we're gonna go ahead and start as usual. Oh, my boy Butter's in the building. I see you, my brother. New father in the building. All right, so we're about to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start off with the two primary products. See if we got anything shaking on here. Harmonic scanner and the DeLorean. Let's see. And as y'all know, in about 50 minutes, whenever this call is over, you will be able to get on, assuming that you guys have the Pro Pack, the John Dollar Rock Kumar session, which is what I always get on. So I'm definitely going to make sure I don't take up too much time. That is a crazy wick. That has to be on the broker. Okay, so we're going to keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. What's that, GJ? Euro is pumping. That's AED CAT. GBP CAT. ADNZD. All right, so it doesn't look like we have anything on here. Okay, cool. All right, but so let's go ahead and go to the DeLorean. As of right now, we have about 3 minutes until they might possibly call off something else. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. So we'll go ahead and recap the two trade ideas that we're still swinging. Not really going to go over them. I've already gone over these enough. So basically, as we sit right now, GBP NZD is currently up about 124.25 pips. It is about a 3-to-1. Still swinging at. This was the first target. We already took partials and adjusted stop loss to break even. So like I said, I'm a swing trader pretty much at this point. So I'm just holding that, just gonna let that position do what it's gonna do. NZD Chef, hoping that it hits take profit too. We're gonna see how that ends up working. I do have some nice liquidity built up over here. You know, maybe we might get something like this, right? Maybe we get a reaction from here. I'll just leave this box here so I know to come back and look at that later. Maybe we'll get a reaction there, pushes up higher, smacks TP2, which would give us I think it's about a 6.5 to 1. So yeah, about 6.5 to 1 risk to reward. So still swinging that. All right. And what we're going to talk about is going to be, give me 1 second. Hold up, wait a minute. All right, cool. So what we're going to talk about is going to be the two trade ideas that we currently have. These have not been the prettiest setups, to be honest with you, but they also haven't hit stop loss yet. And y'all know me, I don't manually exit any position. So you do have some people to where they might be like, oh, you know, I don't like the price action. That's cool. Me personally, I've had way too many situations where I've hopped out of a trade and the trade goes in my favor. Whether or not that's going to actually happen on these setups, I have no idea, but I don't manually exit anything, right? I have a stop loss for a reason. It's either going to hit my stop loss, my break even, or my take profit. I'm not manually exiting anything. So we'll go ahead and go over the two setups that I called out. Hold on. What is this message for? Oh, it must be for this. Is it? Yeah. Wait. Okay, let's see. Okay. That's cool. My bad. Got a message from this broker. All right, we good. Okay, cool. So, like I said, we already went over GN and NZD Chef multiple times. So, like I said, at this point, we're just swinging those and seeing if they're going to keep hitting targets for us. I'm still just holding those. I already took parcels and adjusted to break even. All right, so CHF JPY and Euro JPY. Okay. So let's go over this. So one thing I want to be able to talk about that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to make sure I start telling you guys the risk whenever I send out the setups. Me personally, I risk 1%. Some people risk 0.5%, some people risk 1%, some people risk 2%. It entirely depends on you. And obviously win rate and how consistently you think you win and all that good stuff. So I risk 1%, right? So one thing that I want to be able to start teaching you guys is whenever you take correlation pairs, personally, in my opinion, I think the best idea to do is to split your risk. Just because in a lot of scenarios, if one of them goes in your favor, they both might go in your favor. If one of them goes against you, they both might go against you. So the concept of it is if you normally risk 1%, then you will put 0.5% on one, 0.5% on the other. So whenever I'm saying correlation pairs, you got AUDs, you got CADs, you got euros, GBPs, yens, NZDs, USDs. So anytime you have multiple of these pairs and you're looking to trade them in the same direction, then that's basically what I would consider a correlation pair. So we'll go ahead and break down CHF JPY right now. Let's see. CHF JPY. Let me check on this other one that I did. I did take another setup, but we already have too many trades out, so I'm personally not going to send this out. I'm going to just keep this for myself because we're still holding 2 positions and we're in 2 additional positions. So I don't want to call out anything else until these yens either put us in break even, hit stop loss, or take profit. So and I also have, AUD chef is still pending. I prefer, so like I took this AUD CAD, I'm not going to go over it. Little risky. AUD chef is definitely the better setup, so that's the one that I'll just leave out, see if that activates. But anyways, without getting too distracted, let's go over. Let me move this. No, I'll leave that down there. So let's go over CHF JPY. So CHF JPY, right? So let's go ahead and start this off the way that I always start off whenever I'm developing a bias. He said I'm trying to drop 10 lots tonight. I'm not. Shit, you could drop it and send me some screenshots. I am not. Hell no. All right, so let's start off with the overall trend in the market. Overall trend in the market is going to be an uptrend. So as you guys see, we had an impulse right here. Where's the magnet? We had a correction. Impulse, right? Possible correction. Okay. So notice how this high was broken. Okay. Yeah, the impulse correction, impulse broke a high. This could possibly be another correction. Okay. So the overall trend in the market looks like it is a uptrend. Okay. Now we're going to talk about my directional bias. Now, in this specific instance, I am taking a counter trend trade, and I'm going to explain why. Okay. So off the 1 hour as well, pretty much where I ended up fixating at is going to be this area up in here, just so you guys know. So I ended up fixating in this area right here. Okay. Reason being is because for me, one thing I like to see is this isn't necessarily like my signature setup, with the divergence and all that other stuff. So it could kind of go either way. I did like it. So basically I noticed that I had this high up here. The market ended up dropping aggressively. It ended up retracing right here. This high did not break this high. And what the market ended up doing was it ended up dropping lower and breaking this previous structure. Okay. That's what I saw. So we had this high that was set. The market ended up dropping, pulling back. It did not break this high. And then this move ended up going lower and breaking below this previous low right here. Okay. So breaking below this previous low right here, right? So what I'm pretty much looking for is, some sort of retracement back into this candle, okay, to be able to take a short. Now, remember what I said, this is a bullish uptrend. So I'm fully aware that this is, a little risky, right? A little aggressive, but everybody knows, like I said, as long as you have your confirmations and you feel good, you have good risk management, take the trade. So I didn't really think about it too much. This was something, like I said, I personally like. So we're still going to be able to go over some of the same concepts as far as like the divergence and things like that. So if we're noticing this area where I've identified in the market, you guys know I like to be able to look for momentum weakness as well as divergence. So the momentum weakness we can see clearly is happening right here with a strong impulsive move to the upside. So if I were to take a vertical line and line it up, you guys can see that candle that set that initial high before you got the strong move to the downside. This is where the initial momentum weakness was shown. Okay. So notice how we haven't had any other indication of weakness in the momentum since all the way back here. So for me, this seemed like it was pretty significant just because it's been a while since it happened. And the last time it happened, what'd you get? You got a fall off, right? And the market just kept dropping. So this is technically, a short-term sell model, but it is an overall uptrend as we already identified. So I noticed that we had the momentum weakness here. Now, what's the next thing I like to be able to look for? I like to also look for divergence. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to be able to take it to the line chart. And this one I kind of got to get up in there a little bit. So basically, if you notice, okay, this market is going slightly higher. It's not the best example of divergence, to be honest with you, but it is still divergence. This market is going slightly higher, while this market is clearly going lower aggressively. Okay, these are damn near equal highs, but this is clearly going down. This is slightly going up, or you could just say it's pretty much just at a standstill. So that's another indication I'm looking at, right? So not only do we have, right, the market slanting down as this is slanting up, we also have the momentum weakness at this spike right here. Okay, so that's pretty much all I need to be able to see what's my next step. So from the 1 hour, I really don't have to go any further. You guys already know my entry candle is going to be an engulfing and or institutional candle. I technically marked it up off the 2 hour. It was slightly bigger, not by much. So you guys know I like to be able to trade off the biggest candle on the highest time frame, okay, which is going to be here. Biggest candle off the highest time frame, right? The other thing we can do is if I were to take a fib from this last high to this low, we want to see if we got a deep enough retracement, right? Which we did. So we actually got a retracement in between the 71 and 61.8 fib level. So not only do we have a break of structure here, right? We also have a retracement back into a optimal fib level, 61.71, okay, which is going to be a discount. So a few different things are lining up, even though I did say, obviously this is a pretty aggressive uptrend. We're looking at different confirmations to make it make sense for us to look for the counter trend trade, right? So all of these different scenarios that I've just listed don't mean anything if we don't have an entry, right? So you guys know I like to be able to look for a specific entry. I don't necessarily trade off of zones. Well, I have an entry zone, but like I don't do a lot of market execution. So y'all know I like to initially take the 50% of the fib, like so, right? So I got the 50% of that 2 hour candle. The next thing I want to do is I want to be able to mark an entry zone from the opening, right, to the 50%, like so. Let me actually erase this, I guess. So opening to the 50%. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fib so I can find a precise entry. So if I take my fib from the high to the low, let's see. All right, so if I take my fib from the high to the low, like my stuff being perfect. All right, so you can see right in that entry zone, we have the fib level, the 78.6. So for me, simply put, that is where I would be looking to enter the market. So once again, I like to be able to enter based off of a fib level that lines up with my entry zone, which is going to be between the 50% and the opening of that candle that I've identified as my entry candle. So as we let this play out, we obviously did get, a little bit deeper level of retracement than what we would like. But ultimately, the market hasn't really done a whole lot. We got this initial reaction and the market is showing, basically it's not really doing too much. So at this point, it's kind of like a toss up, right? Maybe the market goes up and hits our stop loss. Maybe this high is going to be the high that's set for the market to start dropping. I have no idea at this point. One thing I do know is I'm going to hold the trade and it's either going to hit stop loss or it's going to hit break even or take profit. There are no manual exits, okay? So all in all, that's going to be Euro JPY. No, CHF. You can see what Euro JPY. So CHF JPY. And pretty much this is how you guys can see how long we've been holding this trade to where it's done absolutely nothing. We've been holding this trade almost a full day and it's gone absolutely nowhere. Okay. It's literally gone absolutely nowhere. Now, I might regret not sending this out. I really don't. Look at that snipe. Hey, Slick, look at that snipe, man. Stop playing with me, man. I marked this up right before I got on this call. But like I said, one thing I wanted to get away from, yes, sir. One thing I wanted to get away from is I don't want to be sending out so many trades. Like I don't feel comfortable sending out so many trades. So like I said, one thing I told myself is I only want to actively be in 2 trades. Well, I only want to send out 2 trades. So like the 2 trades we're still holding, we're already at break even and we've already hit take profit. So I kind of look at those as trades that are already done, even though we're still holding them. So I only want to actively be in 2 trades at a time until they either, well, basically until they hit take profit, even if I'm at a break even scenario, because break even, we haven't technically made money yet. So I'm working on discipline. Yeah, this could have been a potential setup that I sent out, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We've already made money and we're still currently in 2 trades, man. That thing's about to hit my first TP already. God damn. All right, AUD CAD, don't play with them. Hold on, let me go ahead and hit that alert so I don't miss out while I'm over here teaching y'all. But yeah, I'm definitely working on my discipline this year, guys. I can take as many trades as I want to, but I don't want y'all to be managing so many trades because technically y'all are in 4 trades right now. Technically, you're holding 2, and the other 2 you're waiting for them to actually do something. So, TP1 hit. I ain't gonna get too excited. Y'all know how the market be. Market might mess around, snap back, and hit my damn stop loss. So let's just see how that works out. Wait, what? 90840. Oh, did I oh, that's why. Wait. I always forget which one I do. I think I take that off. All right, cool. All right, bet. So I'm gonna let that rock out. We are in some night, man. That was a nice entry, boy. Lord have mercy. So let me not get too caught up in myself. I'm over here patting myself on the back, literally and figuratively. All right, cool. All right, so we just went over CHF JPY. All right. So my voice. So CHF so CHF JPY it's pretty much just playing an entry. So like I said, we're just gonna hold that. So if y'all are still in that trade, just keep holding it. Just gonna end up seeing what that does. Y'all see I have all these alerts set here. So we're just gonna let it do what it do. First TP is a 3-to-1 risk to reward. I have these to kind of like break even scenarios or just to alert me when I'm deep in profit, stuff like that. So CHF JPY, broke that down. Euro JPY, right? Euro JPY was way uglier than CHF JPY. I'm gonna show y'all the power of never manually exiting a trade. And I hope y'all follow my instructions earlier whenever I told y'all to remove your stop loss. That's actually a YouTube video I need to make. I wrote that down. Let me show y'all this real quick, because I know that this is not a scenario that I'm always gonna have, but it's kind of rare. It's based off of the market. So earlier I had sent out, I wanted you guys to remove your stop loss from CHF JPY and Euro JPY because the spread of the market was up. The reason why I'm saying that is this is a learning lesson. So if y'all don't know, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, the spread goes through the roof. Okay. So the Forex market is open 24/7, but obviously the clock has to reset. So the day is technically over for the Forex market when the New York session closes, which is 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. When that happens, if you've never noticed, spread is through the roof. So if you've ever been in a trade and it then kicked you out the trade and you're like, what the hell? It didn't even hit my stop loss. Think about what time of day this was happening. If it was around 4 p.m., 5 p.m., that's probably why you got kicked out the trade, even though it was nowhere. You're like, bro, it's like 20 pips away from my stop loss. Depending on the currency pair you're trading, the spread possibly kicked you out. So the reason why I said that is because these are two setups that possibly could have kicked us out had we not removed our stop loss. Removing your stop loss basically gives your trade the ability to breathe, but you have to be aware. Obviously, if you forget to put your stop loss back, that's dangerous. Obviously, normally you usually don't have to worry about like any random spikes or news or anything like that. Like usually the market doesn't do anything crazy in that 1 hour pocket. So it's not like, man, the market might randomly spike. I've personally never really seen that. I'm not going to act like that's impossible, but I've not really seen that. But like I said, it's rare to where you're going to be in a situation where you need to remove your stop loss. It just depends on if you're in drawdown whenever you go into that time of day. So I gave you guys an update, right? Remove your stop. I also told you guys you can now place your SL back, which as you saw was at 503 whenever the spread started going back down. Okay. Why am I saying all that? Let's talk about it, right? 80 cat hit that TP, baby. I need to mark up the rest of my TPs. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little sick. I didn't send this out to y'all, but it's all good. Y'all still got all these. I gotta stop feeling sorry. Like, let me stop apologizing. I don't need to apologize. I got fucking, y'all are in fucking 4 trades right now. I'm over here apologizing. You in what? What are you in? Let me know. All right, so CHF JPY and beat that with a dead horse. Now we're talking about Euro JPY. Okay, bet. So they said they're in CHF JPY, cool. So keep holding that. See how that do. Now we're gonna talk about Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Oh my goodness, this joint. Shout out to putting spread on your trades. If we didn't have spread, that 2 pips of spread, I tell y'all to add, we would have already been kicked out this trade. No cap. So let me go ahead and pull this up. We got about 30 minutes left. So after I do Euro JPY, we're going to go over AUD Chef and then we'll basically be done. So I'm going to teach y'all some sauce, right? This is definitely the riskiest type of trading I have in my arsenal, but it works. You know what I'm saying? You see how my voice got all high? Because it's risky, right? I get a little nervous, but it works, right? But I'm aware of what I'm doing. So AUD CAD, let me break something down to you. Let me show y'all the power of the TDI. Why did I take this trade? I'll be honest with you. There's like no break of structure. There's like, it's risky, right? Technically, it might be like this dude, Tyree, literally just saw a bearish engulfing candle. He just hopped in. There's no break of structure. There's no expansion, retracement. There's none of that. It's just bearish. And it's almost like you're just guessing. Let me tell y'all why I took that trade. So a part of my arsenal is going to be the TDI. I'm going to teach y'all some sauce real quick, okay? This is by far the most aggressive type of trading I have in my arsenal. So I don't necessarily always feel comfortable calling out these kind of setups if I'm going to be real, just because percentage-wise, I'm not going to say it's a bad percentage, but it's better trades I can send out to y'all. I would just feel better taking these myself. Because if I lose, I'm not really tripping. If I send this out and y'all lose, I'm kind of like, I could have sent out a better trade. So the TDI, right? The concept of what I'm about to explain is very straightforward. Remember, the yellow line represents the extremes on the TDI. what I've come to understand is whenever I get the TDI extremes hit, whatever time frame I can get an engulfing candle, as long as the extremes are hit on that same time frame. So say, for instance, if I went to the 6 hour, right? If there was a bearish engulfing candle on the 6 hour, you see how this green line is not at the extremes? That would not be a valid setup. You see on the 1 hour, we're in the extremes. That's why I took this setup. It's literally that simple. So I'm gonna be honest. I need the TDI to be able to be confident enough to take this. Cause like I said, I mean, outside of that, I mean, you're kind of randomly just hopping in. Yeah, there is an imbalance over here, but it's still risky. Like I said, you don't have a break of structure. You don't really have like an expansion to a retracement. So like I said, this is just one of the things in my arsenal that I have. I personally don't trade gold, my brother, so I'm not going to be able to check that for you. That's one other thing I recently let go. Gold. Okay. I was getting my ass clapped on gold. Gold is just one of those things that just don't work for me. And I tell people all the time, find out what works for you. As y'all notice, I don't trade indices. I don't trade crypto. I literally trade Forex pairs. And that's why I trade every pair. It's a lot of these pairs that I trade that y'all probably see nobody else trade. Like AED CAD, most people ain't trading AED CAD, right? But this is why I can trade every Forex pair, because I'm mastering Forex. All the other stuff y'all can have. Y'all can have US 30, SPX, NAS. Y'all can have all that. I'm not really tripping, because at the end of the day, I care about risk to reward. I don't care about pips. So me trading gold and all this other stuff, it's a way bigger stop loss, and my risk to reward is probably not going to be the same anyway. So I'd just rather stick to Forex pairs. Anyway, so like I said, this is just, you know, kind of like one of the things in my strategy. Oh, TP about to get hit. Hold on. Boy, about to be taking some partials. Man, that's wild. If I would have sent this out, it's such a small trade, though. It's only an 8 pip stop. Bro, look at that entry. I'm way off track. This is one of those entries to where spread could have not even put me in this trade, but it definitely did, because I'm in that thing like a chicken wing. You feel me? I'm in that thing. Man, this is a beautiful trade, bro. I was really debating on. Let me stop talking. Let me get back to. I'm over here. So excited. Man, I'm gonna be lit if all these joints. Oh, we're getting some rejections. All right, let's go over Euro JPY real quick. Running out of time. I only got 20 minutes left before the goats get on. All right, so Euro JPY. Euro JPY is actually an example of what I just showed you guys. Look, I totally forgot about that. Let me show you. Risky. A little bit risky. Only reason why I felt more comfortable sending out Euro JPY than like an 80 cash, because I personally like trading to imbalances. I don't know about y'all. Maybe some of y'all don't like that. I like trading to imbalances because I know that the market is for sure probably going to go higher, and it's not probably going to break past this imbalance. But I know that I have a lot of space for profit within this big ass candle. So what I initially saw was, I can't even act like I looked at all this stuff, because I didn't. With this style of trading, I really just pay attention to the TDI. You see this, right? You see how aggressive the TDI. This is actually called the Power 50. If any of y'all trade the DeLorean, y'all should listen to Tyrone and pay attention. This is called the Power 50. The Power 50 is whenever the green line comes outside of the Bollinger Bands and then it comes back in, right? This is a Power 50. This is a move that can give you a lot of pips. A lot of pips. This is definitely Tyrone's top weapon, secret weapon, to where he gets his best risk to reward. So I'm not even going to go over all this extra stuff, because I didn't even break all this down. I really just focus on the TDI on this stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So basically on a 5-hour time frame, I saw this bullish, bearish engulfing candle. Okay. Look at the TDI, right? Remember what I told y'all, whenever I get the TDI in the extremes, okay, this is basically the only confirmation that I need for this style, right? This overly aggressive style. Because like I said, you have to be aware. This style of trading that I'm showing y'all does not usually have the divergence that I'm looking for. It doesn't usually have the break of structure. It doesn't have a lot of these things. So that's why I said it's a riskier type of setup. But, you know, from my confidence and back testing and, you know, taking the trades time and time again, you just saw what happened with AUD CAD. I've had the ability to be confident when I take this. So basically what I was looking for was whenever this, oh, it happened fast. But anyways, though, I can't really break it down because it literally happened on the same candle. Well, I said I can't break it down. I can't really use a rewind tool. All right, cool. So this 5-hour bearish engulfing candle, okay? I basically knew that this was going to be my candle of interest, okay? It's the biggest body candle. We also have the TDI well above the extremes, okay? So from that, all I did was whenever this candle ended up closing like this, I think I just did the 50% because that wasn't even a deep enough retracement. So I ended up doing a 50% on the setup, which it's kind of hard to explain this type of style just because it's more of like a feeling. It's harder for me to explain because it's not really like a super teachable thing. I haven't really gotten to the point to where I can like teach this how I want to. I just know how to trade it. I'm sorry, I really just know how to trade this. I'm not really that good at teaching this specific overly aggressive style. I just know, like I said, it's primarily TDI, bro. Like if I can look at the TDI and I can find an engulfing candle on a higher time frame, then I'm gonna take it. That's pretty much it. It's literally the same shit I just did on AED cat. Just hit take profit already, bro. Oh, it's about to hit take profit. Yes. Yes. Do it. Do it. It basically hit it. It just didn't dip below. I needed to hit though, because I noticed it's about to drop. And it just threw another bearish engulfing candle. This is gonna be a good night. I just want this to hit so I can take partials real quick. Yeah, I'm about to just hold on, y'all. Let me take partials. Bro, just hit. Stop being like that. Don't be like that in front of company. Just go ahead and hit. This is also the power of setting alerts. I set an alert for every goddamn thing. Look at all these alerts I got. I got an alert for everything. Look at all this shit. Y'all better stop playing with me. They got to start calling me young alerts. That sounded stupid. That sounded better coming out my head. I'm really anal when it comes to my take profits. Like I actually want that alert to go off because this is such a small move. I want to get my whole take profit being hit. It's only like 8 pips. I need that whole thing to get hit. I am gonna go ahead and adjust stop loss to break even though. I'm not gonna take partials yet. I actually want that TP to get hit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let me just adjust stop loss to break even. 909.30, 909.30. Got a couple brokers, so give me a second. Yes, sir. Hey, Slick, do a vibe check in silence for me real quick. Woo! I got you, bro. I got you. All right, y'all. Let me take these partials real quick. We in this bitch. Hey, yes, sir. Oh, shit. If y'all don't know, the only person with his camera on is literally the reason. He ain't even know until after the fact. That's the reason why I am trading. So shout out to my boy Slick, right? He knows it. I know it. And I always remind him of it. That's the reason why I am in Forex, bro. All right, let me take these partials. I'm sorry. Y'all got to give me a second. I got like a few different brokers. Shout out to my boy Slick, man. Time 3. All right, 1 point. I know this thing finna drop too, boy. I can feel it. This thing's finna drop. All right, y'all. What else we gotta talk about? I'm just so hype off of this. I can't even think straight right now because I literally just called this bit. Like I literally marked that shit up before I got on this call. Like no cap, like 5 minutes before. I didn't even see it because I usually don't see setups that happen. Like I don't usually see a setup present itself like around this time. It's usually I already found something or it happens later in the night. So I was just really caught off guard. I'm glad I found this though, bro. Boy. Oi, oi, oi. I'm sorry, yo. Nigga hype right now. Hold on. Let me adjust the rest of these brokers to break even. Boy, hype right now. Hype right now. Almost done. Be patient with the kid. 90930. Plus the call is almost over anyway. All right. 90930. All right, got all them joints adjusted to break even, so we cool now. Shout out 80 CAD one time. Excuse me. All right, so we're talking about Euro JPY. My bad. So, like I said, it's really kind of hard to break this style of trading down, just because some things are hard to teach, but I just know how to act on it. So I'm not even going to try to sit here and explain the setup. Just know that you're in it, and if it goes in our favor, it's lit. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not at the point where I actually know how to teach it. I'm kind of like winging it. I just rather just call it out. So anyway, so the one thing I was going to say is this is also why I do not manual exit. If y'all learn anything from me, don't manual exit, especially my trades. I don't know about other people's trades. Never manual exit one of my trades. Bro, do you see how close this came? Look at this. How many pips is this? Might be like 1. Not even, bro. 0.8 of a pip, Slick. 0.8 of a pip. And now we back in profit, right? Come on, man. I can't make this up, bro. You feel me? That's why you never manual exit, bro. And that's why I add 2 pips of spread. Remember when I told y'all always add 2 pips of spread to the high or the low for my stop loss? Imagine if I didn't add 2 pips of spread. We would have been out of there. You feel me? I back tested everything, and I do everything I do for a reason. Now, I will tell y'all, I'm going to give y'all some sauce on how to trade imbalances, okay? So notice how I have my second TP, okay, at this 10-hour imbalance. So if I go to the 10-hour imbalance, I'm going to tell you guys basically how I find a take profit from an imbalance. I'm always going to look for the 50% of the imbalance. And the same way I trade the engulfing candles is the same way I trade imbalances. I want to find the biggest imbalance on the highest time frame, and I'm going to take the 50% of that. So if you guys don't know, right, the imbalance is going to be the gap from like the last wick of the market. Okay. So like so. So you got that. You also have this down here, which basically doesn't even have a wick for the most part. So it looks ugly, but y'all get the gist of it, right? This is going to be the imbalance on the 10-hour. Now, if I start working my way through different time frames, notice how this candle is now lower, which means that this is not going to be the biggest gap. The 10-hour is going to be the biggest gap. So that's what I mean by that. So if I start from like the 1 hour, right? Notice this imbalance is all the way down here, 2 hour, right? It's like 2 different ones, 3 hour. So I literally just keep working my way up. Notice this is a pretty big one, but look at where I have my areas, right? There's still more space. So that's why I came to the 10-hour. The 10-hour is the biggest imbalance out of all these time frames. So that's how I got the 50% based off of that. So I'm literally going to take the same thing I use, and y'all see how that basically lines up right here, just like that. So that's how I got that take profit. 50% of the imbalance, okay? All right, but that's looking pretty good now. About damn time. Oh, we getting that momentum candle, Slick. We getting that momentum candle, baby. It's looking pretty good. Man, we about to be in profit tonight. We got a bearish engulfing. This is by far the best looking thing this entire time. Initially, I thought it was going to react off of this candle. The market was not feeling. Shout out to that boy Wall Street with his silky velvet robe on real quick. My brother looked like he just woke up. You look tired as hell, my brother. But hey, chairmen stay up and they learn from their mentees. Shout out to my boy Wall Street Ray real quick, plugging in whenever he don't have to, because he already get money on the charts. He been getting money on the charts before all of us, you feel me? So let's see. All right, I guess I'm about to go ahead and break down 80 Chef, and it will be done for the night, to be honest. I really don't have nothing else to talk about. Yeah, let's talk about 80 Chef. Hopefully 80 Chef activates tonight. I don't know. This is a pretty clean setup. I think this is outside of like USD Chef, which I don't know if USD Chef will happen this week either. I think 80 Chef could be the trade of the week. So let's go ahead and break that down real quick. All right, 80 Chef. Let's see. So 80 Chef, I honestly had marked up for a while now. Let me go ahead and rewind. I really don't need to rewind this because it hasn't even activated yet. All right, cool. So same way that we always look at our setups, right? We're gonna start off on the 1 hour time frame. And from the 1 hour time frame, that's how I'm gonna be able to gauge. Give me 1 second. So from the 1 hour time frame, that's how I'm gonna actually be able to gauge, right, what the overall trend and what the overall bias of the market is gonna be. Okay. So in a nutshell, for me, this obviously is a downtrend, right? Y'all know I like to initially start off with the overall trend of the market. This is a downtrend. Okay. So since I'm able to identify the overall trend of the market, pretty self-explanatory. Okay. So we got impulse, correction, impulse. This is pretty much like the highest point right now. And this would be like the rest of this move is basically just like consolidation for the most part. Because to be honest, this market is probably going to start working its way back up, right? More than likely, it's probably going to start working its way back up at this point, if I'm just being honest. But we're not really worried about that. What we're worried about is, honestly, between me and you, I'm thinking that the market is at least going to come back down into this area before it goes any higher. So this is pretty much where I'm looking to sell in. So I really don't think it's going to break this low. So I'm not necessarily targeting that low. I'm pretty much targeting this zone up in here. So we've identified that this is a downtrend, okay? The next thing is going to be my directional bias, right? So my directional bias is going to be this. A sell. My brain is like all over the place right now. I got too much shit going on. So peep this, right? This is pretty straightforward. We had a break of structure right here. Because I really don't have to I'm trying to like do too much talking on the sell. This is a pretty straightforward setup, to be honest with you. So we had a break of structure right here, right? Now, from this break of structure, the next thing I want you guys to notice is the market ended up coming back and taking out this high first. So the market captured liquidity here, right? Came and took this high, okay? And then it proceeded to drop and break this previous structure low, which means what? In my personal opinion, this simply means that the market is about to start dropping, okay? So we have a liquidity sweep, we got a break of structure, and all we want to be able to see is a retracement. Very straightforward kind of setup, right? Doesn't really involve too much. Liquidity sweep, okay? Break of structure, impulsive move that broke the structure. We want to get retracement back into the impulsive move for the continuation down. So as usual, right? Look at how clean this looks. We got the 5 hour candle reacted up in here. So like if I drop down to the 1 hour, right? You could really take a fib I love using the fib. It's so beautiful. You can really take the fib and see that you got that deep level of retracement right here, right? So you got that retracement perfectly to the 78.6. The market ended up reacting from that, dropping, breaking structure. So what would you basically do again? Damn, y'all see how perfectly that just fit? That's crazy. Like that, and then like that, okay? Boom, right? So now what you guys are gonna see is the market already reacted off the 71%, but it did not come back and break this low. So what I'm looking for is the market to pull back into this 5-hour candle. I'm kind of just rough drafting at this point because I'm ready to hop off. I only got about like 4 minutes left. If anything, I'll break this down in better detail like tomorrow. I'm still too hype off of that damn 80 CAD trade. So we basically want to be able to get the market pulled back to the 88.6, which are, yeah, let me just go ahead and get rid of this shit. So this is where we want to be able to see the market do, right? Possibly, I think that this can definitely happen tonight. And like I said, I'm really just looking to target here. If y'all want to, y'all can try to target this low. I personally don't think it's going to go down there. I think it's going to react off of here and maybe push higher. There is still imbalance up in here that has not been filled yet. But I think that this is a beautiful setup. We got about almost an 8-to-1 risk to reward, about 7-to-1. And we're looking to be able to take that thing to the moon. You feel me? Let me look at the rest of these. So we did get that reaction. Look at that. So we did get that reaction off of NZD Chef. So maybe this will push it higher to hit TP2. CHF JPY got that reaction. Euro JPY. Oh, Euro JPY dropping, boy. Look at that thing, slick. That bitch is pumping. Pump, 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 pump it up. You feel me? I'm hyped. Remember what I told y'all. Never forget this. Y'all should screenshot this, right? This trade came less than a pip from hitting stop loss. If you would have been the person that manually exited, you would have missed out, right? We are now approaching TP1, okay? And from there, we just go see what the trade is going to do. 80 CAD ended up hitting break even, and I'm pretty much out. I already got my first target. If this keeps dropping, I'm not really tripping, to be honest. So that's already over. I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of that. That was cool. That was fun. That was nice and hype. Little quick 8 pip scalp. You feel me? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty hype right now because of CHF JPY and Euro JPY going our favor. Bruh. Like it's about to be a great week. We still got 2 swing trades running. GBP NZD, NZD Chef. And then we got 2 potential yen pairs that are about to drop. We got a lot of space for these to drop as well, too. I mean, Euro JPY definitely, if anything, I know we're at least going to get to TP2 to get into that imbalance. So that's almost a 5.5-to-1. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Holding Your Trade, holdyourtrade.com. All right, so real quick before I get ready to hop off, let me go ahead and show y'all what I'm finna do because y'all know I'm a student to the game. Always. You feel me? Always a student to the game. Let me show y'all what I'm finna do. You dig. Let's see. I'm so excited that this trade is finally going in my favor because this thing was making me nervous all goddamn day. I'm like, bruh, just drop. Like, stop playing with me. You're making me look bad out here. Okay. So we're about to go here. All right. About to go hop on the 2 British gentlemen. They're not on yet. What time is it? They should be getting on right now. It better not be late. Bet not be late. I hope y'all had a good time tonight because I had a good time. Y'all saw me scalp AUD CAD for 8 pips and then it pulled back to hit break even. Bastard. But that's why I said I don't be playing with these kind of setups. Like once I hit that TP, because this is like I said, this is a aggressive type of style. So we might come back tomorrow and this bitch falls out the sky. I really don't care. Right? That's why you take partials, adjust to the break even, and go on about your damn day. You feel me? Go on about your goddamn day. 1 second. Shoot. I'm so hyped right now. These are about to be some good trades. Where they at? The boys are on. The boys are on. Shout out to my boy Slick, man. My boy Slick and Butters, always showing your boy love. Man, we in this thing. Oh, they getting groovy with it tonight. They getting groovy with it tonight. I don't know what the hell they playing, but they getting groovy with it tonight, Slick. They playing that techno house music type stuff. I don't know what that's probably what they be listening to in London. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but yeah, y'all know what it is. All right, cool. So I appreciate everybody for hopping on the call. We're about to go ahead and hop off. Like I said, if you're smart, what you would do is you will hop off this call. You will go to golive.im. Hopefully you got the pro pack. Ray, you over there eating, brother? Yeah, it looked like you was pouring something. I didn't know what. Why am I finna go do the same thing? I was literally finna go make some waffles when I got the car. You see that? Great minds think alike, man. If y'all want to be able to start trading in the market and sniping, what y'all need to do is y'all need to be eating breakfast at night. You feel me? Y'all not doing it right. Y'all over here doing a Whataburger. Y'all over here looking to go to McDonald's. That's why your trades is hitting SA. You see what Ray doing? Ray is 6-figure trader. If Ray eating shout out to Butters. Shout out to my mama's on the call. I want to make sure I shout out to my mama. I know she well past her bedtime. I know she tired as I don't know what. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my boy Sosa. If y'all don't know, I got a brother in the pen hopping on the call, right? When I say the pen, I ain't talking about the playpen. I'm talking about the penitentiary. You feel me? Shout out to my boy Sosa one time, staying up late to be able to get on the call, get this sauce. And shout out to everybody else. So with that being said, this video will be uploaded on my YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody for hopping on as always, right? Y'all keep me going. And this year is just getting started, man. So we'll come back, recap the setups. Hopefully CHF JPY and Euro JPY smack TP. We will see. And with that being said, I'm out like a water spout. You dig? Peace.